There are few things that provide such joy as standing in front of an Ambleside school watching the smile-filled faces of children at play, or being in an Ambleside classroom watching student faces go bright with the excitement of new ideas grasped or old problems solved. Indeed, an Ambleside school is a thing of beauty. For those who would share with the children of their community the joy of an Ambleside school, Ambleside Schools International is available to help. But there are several things to consider. The consistent report of those who have built Ambleside schools is that doing so has been both extraordinarily rewarding and extraordinarily challenging. It is not a thing to be lightly entered into. Starting a school requires vision, passion, commitment, and sacrifice.
My wife and I are both educators. This is the field we feel that God has called us to. And we couldn't walk away from that calling. There was some thought about perhaps we just homeschool. We hunker down and we keep this for ourselves. But it was clear from the journey that God had led us on that wasn't what His plan for us was. That it was to start a school. That it was to bring a beautiful education to as many children as He allowed us to have contact with. And so that's what led us to start River Tree School. And it was shortly after that, that calling became clear to us, that we found Ambleside, that we discovered that we weren't in this alone, that other people had this vision for their children and other people's children. And indeed, Ambleside was there to help us do what we felt called to do, to be a support to us, to provide things that would have taken us years to develop, to provide wisdom that are sometimes only gained through hard mistakes, to provide emotional support. Starting a school is a big enterprise, and to have people who are wise, who have done it before, who are prayerful, who are they're with you, and they want this beautiful education for everybody, for all the children. To have that kind of support behind you, behind us as we're going into this difficult job made a huge difference.
When we moved away from an area that had an Ambleside school, and we went to a traditional school for a time, and after a few months there, I asked my then third grade boy what was different between this school and the Ambleside school, and he said, "Mommy, it feels a little like dying." And that child had been so surrounded by relationship and love at Ambleside, and he'd also had such rich literature opened up to him that he had been fed by ideas, and I think he was starving at this point. And I think that's just a picture of the difference that Ambleside made.
What we found here at Ambleside was just unique. It was the best of all worlds. It was a phenomenal education that really got to the heart of what we were looking at for our kids. Not just that they would learn a lot, but they would become lifelong learners, that they would love to learn and to grow, and that wouldn't disappear in the third or fourth or fifth grade, but the reality that could continue in their lives for a lifetime. And then the atmosphere that Ambleside creates, that it's committed not just to their academic development and their love of knowledge, but it's committed to their relational growth. And that's critical. I run my own business. I understand the relational component is just as critical as the knowledge component when it comes to people's success. And so Ambleside's a place that knows that and understands that and works on the whole person.
Whether building an Ambleside school from the ground up or transitioning an existing school, the first thing is to build and educate the core team. Sometimes a team of 2, but more frequently a core group of 4 to 6, united in vision and prayer, stand at the center of a new Ambleside school. For those who are part of an existing school, to become an Ambleside school, there must be a clear vision shared by the existing leadership team, and the change must be managed both wisely and graciously.
Largely due to Ambleside's support and guidance, I can say that what we were hoping to find for our children when we started this school, what we were hoping to find for all the children that would come, it's exceeded what we'd hoped in ways that we didn't expect.
What if there was a place where character was esteemed as academic excellence, and where children were taught to respect one another? At Ambleside, I've found a place that does those things.
You should consider founding an Ambleside school or transitioning an existing school to Ambleside if first you are convinced that Charlotte Mason's philosophy and methods are essential to providing students an optimal education. Second, you recognize the benefits of ASI's expertise and experience in training school principals, training teachers, developing curriculum, and providing curriculum resources. Third, you understand that long-term faithfulness to the consistent application of Charlotte Mason's philosophy requires external accountability from an organization that exists to foster that philosophy. Fourth, you recognize that being a part of a movement rather than a solitary school has great advantages not only to a school's teachers, students, and parents, but also for the broader work of education as a tool for building Christ's kingdom. And most importantly, after prayerful consideration, you believe that God might be calling you to establish an Ambleside school.
The system of having it been done, and it's been going on for a while, and there's constant curriculum review of saying, does this work? Is this teaching? Is this book our best option? That it's like reinventing the horse. I'd much rather have the curriculum from Ambleside and the support that comes with it. It's invaluable.
The instruction that Ambleside gives to the teachers at Rivertree is highly valuable. Ambleside comes to our school twice a year, and each time they meet individually with all of our teachers. They sit in the classrooms, they observe them in their practice, and then they give very personalized, very direct feedback in a way that the teachers take with gratitude. The teachers look forward to the Ambleside visits because they know that every time Ambleside comes, they're going to get an opportunity to become a better teacher, to find greater satisfaction in their job, because they're doing it well. They're doing it better than they did before. They're getting feedback that helps them to grow as a teacher.
A shared exploration of Charlotte Mason's philosophy and the Ambleside method is essential. We can provide informative videos, texts, and study guides. As the team gains greater understanding and becomes more committed, you will want to attend an Ambleside internship, offering a first-hand experience of an Ambleside education. When your core group is ready to move towards establishing an Ambleside school, contact us to arrange a visit by Ambleside staff who will speak to your group specifically about next steps in starting an Ambleside school. Finally, as a nonprofit organization, Ambleside Schools International seeks to maximize its service, not its profit. However, charging reasonable fees for service is essential to accomplishing our mission. Starting an Ambleside school is an incredible, rewarding endeavor. If you're being led to begin an Ambleside school from the ground up, or to transition an existing school to Ambleside, we want to help. Please visit our website at amblesidschools.com.